What's up, guys? Welcome. So, this is not my first video, but I mean, hey, it's probably the first video you see. So, what I'm doing here today is basically it's an idea that I've had for a while, and I think it's really a good idea. It's a really good idea, and it's a great way to go forward, basically. And um, I know it would be extremely difficult to go in this direction because of all the people that stand to lose for it. And I mean, if it does gain traction, I am expecting to get assassinated. But if it doesn't, I might still get assassinated. I'm not really a paranoid kind of guy, so I don't really think like that anyways. It's just in case. So the big idea is blockchain voting. So we all know blockchain because of crypto and stuff like that. And I'm just going to remove this. It's ugly. Yeah, this is better like this. And it's not better like that, actually. Just a bunch of icons, whatever. So, great start. So basically, blockchain voting is the same way that it works with crypto or NFTs or anything that works with cryptocurrency, but it's the technology that it uses basically. So blockchain is a kind of technology that uses blocks in a succession. So you have one block, then another block, then a third block, then a fourth block, and they're all connected to each other basically. If you don't know how blockchain works, it's a little complicated to understand, but once you get it, basically what you can take away from it is that it's a really kind of secure list on the internet, basically. And it's really hard to alter the list in a way that doesn't, like, let's say you have block 1, block 2, and block 3. If you remove the block 2 in between 1 and 3, well then, the block 1 and block 3 are like, what happened here? And it just messes up the system, so you can't do it. So basically, we would use all our phones, since we all have phones that are already connected anyways to the network. We can just, let's say we have a proposal that comes in for a law, right? Well, we can all vote for it on our phones. It's all just grabbing your phone. It's like, oh, a new proposal came in. You vote, fingerprint. Alright. Then also, I forgot this part right here. First thing, we need Canada to completely sever ties with England. No monarch, no king, no queen, governor, nothing. I say this because, well, I'm in Canada, and if we want this to be able to work, we can't have a king that has the last word, basically. Because Canada, it hasn't happened in a long time, but technically, the chief governor, or whatever his name is, I don't remember, governor general, or which is the envoy of the king in this case, since Queen Victoria died. It's King Charles, I believe. The emissary, the governor, he gets to have the last say, right? He hasn't done so in a while. Like, I don't believe this standing governor has done so in his lifetime. I think it's been like 2 governors past, maybe. I don't know. I'm literally talking out of my ass. I don't know. But legally speaking, he can, or she can if it were a woman. But So we need to sever ties with England. No more England. We want it gone. Bye bye. You know? Also, we remove the representatives, the regional ones, from each sector and their big salaries. And also, I didn't put in the list, but the amount of monies that they get from contributions or just donations from big corporations that want things to go in their way, or, you know, lobbying and all kinds of stupid stuff that who knows why is legal. We remove that, right? So we can use that money for way more important stuff. Um, Also, we're going to need to revamp the legislative wing of government so that everyone can vote on proposals. So either to add or remove laws. Because, well, as I illustrated with my phone, right? We should be able to add or remove laws that are either antiquated, that take way too long for the Senate, the governor, and everyone to agree on. And honestly, it's just a big stupid process that would be done in an instant, and if we call votings on it. It's a proposal, everyone votes on it. Well, obviously not everyone will vote on it. Some people will just ignore them, right? But I believe that since most people spend time on their phones anyways, if they get a proposal, first of all, they'll feel like they're involved in their government. And it's something that people rarely get a feeling of. So honestly, there's no telling what people will feel like. I believe it will be a good feeling, and people will be like, hell yeah, I'm gonna participate in my government. And let's say there's a proposal to remove some old law that existed 100 years ago and it doesn't even apply anymore, right? You do a proposal one time and it's gone. Easy. And it was done legally and it was done democratically. That's what we need, right? With expected backlash, we need to dismantle the Senate to bare bones to usher the new form of government. So this new form of government is where everyone is going to be involved. Anyone with their citizenship from Canada and their phones, and everybody is going to say, how do you verify all of these things? We already have really good verification programs, like 2ACs and not the "Are you a robot?" click thing, but there are like you use your ID, you take a photo of your ID with your face. There's all kinds of forms like that, and I'm sure that first of all, this is not tomorrow. So by the time this would be going in, we could definitely find a way. Not even find a way. Just find the correct one. Because there's already ways. We just need to find the correct one out of all the ones that already exist. Or perhaps it will be one that doesn't exist yet, but a better version of what already exists. There you go. So this is, as I said, a form of government where the people are the government, and it's truly with no separations. So there's no hierarchy in the form of the government. Obviously, there's a lot of people that believe, like, Jesus, how do I say this? Like, for example, Jordan Peterson would say that humans are like lobsters, right? And they use serotonin as a hierarchy model. So people that have the most serotonin would be higher up in the hierarchy. Well, this can still exist. There's no difference. The thing is that this makes the government what it should truly be. And then you can have hierarchies in society. But it doesn't need to be the government. Because the government the form of government that is supposed to exist right now is what I'm saying it should be. Because they say that the government says that they serve the people, they're there to instruct on the people, to help the people, but in the end, it's just people forming a hierarchy in the government and acting as if they were king, then viceroy, and I don't know, the vice king, and then you have further down, and then further down, and then the higher up you make, the more amount of money, and the more corrupt you can be. It's stupid because people get lost in it. They get lost in the trajectory they're in, or I don't know what happens, but they get lost, they get corrupted, they get they lose sight of what's truly important. That's to serve the people, because the government isn't supposed to be like a thing. The government is supposed to be the people. It's supposed to just be like an association of the citizens serving the citizens. And that's what they are claiming it is right now. But the moment you have these representatives and then higher up representatives and all of that, it creates a separation in between the people, and it makes people from the bottom hate the people from the top, and the people from the top get hated from the people from the bottom, and they don't understand why. Perhaps they just can't see it, and then they let that hate become the reason for which they get corrupted, and then it just keeps on the cycle, right? From the moment the first person in power became corrupted to this very same moment now. So yeah, that's pretty much my idea. The way the blockchain voting would work is, obviously we would need technicians, and these technicians would obviously would have a lot of power. That's why we need a lot of fail-safes, a lot of technicians that are not necessarily, how do I say this? They're not in unity, perhaps, kind of like decentralized, which is a term that's often used in cryptocurrency and blockchain and everything. But I don't know. I haven't gotten that far yet. That's very optimistic of me to talk about that right now. But hey, that's pretty much it. You guys can talk about this. Tell me any comments, suggestions, you know. So yeah, see ya.